Well, when you look and see the influence that Campus Crusade has had on so many churches and so many other mission organizations, you just begin to recognize it's not one person doing this, it's not an organization doing this, but God has been working wonderfully through the ministry of Campus Crusade.
We were always very positive about the other groups that were on the campus that might have been Christian groups. And the fact that we were positive about it was very helpful to other people, because that hasn't always been the history. It's kind of been like the history of denominations. They've been fighting against each other for a number of years, but now I think there's a more camaraderie even there. And I don't know if that's influenced by a crusade. It's probably influenced more by the Lord working in people's lives.
I remember that the denomination I grew up in began a ministry to people on the campuses, you know, sometime after the beginning of Campus Crusade. And I know that was, in fact, it was one of Elmer Lappin's, I think, one of his converts,
right,
that actually began a ministry on the campus that was connected with my denomination. And you look around you and you just see how the movement of Campus Crusade and the emphasis of sharing your faith and fulfilling the Great Commission, other people have caught Bill's vision.
I think one of the things that Paul Eshelman did, and particularly working in the Soviet Union, was beginning to get groups to work together for the particular common goal. And I think that's more true today. You know, you maybe have a charismatic group, you have a Baptist group, you've got a Methodist group, whatever the groups are, not competing, but working together. I know our son is involved over in Africa, and the two groups of pastors that they're training, one is Episcopalian and one is charismatic, but they're really one, really working together, and it's just exciting to see.
Well, and that happens when people really are interested in building the kingdom of God and not their own kingdom.
That is happening, where there's more of a really camaraderie among groups that traditionally weren't really together.
They were more competitive.
Yeah, they still have their differences, but they still have the Lord in common. And that's very exciting to see.
And I think that's always would be Bill Bright's emphasis: build the kingdom of God, you know, and reach the world. And
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.